Hello and welcome to Gaming Cypher. I am Stephen Reyes, and today we will be discussing Marvel's Iron Man VR. So when you first start off with the game, you get this amazing view of the Iron Man suit just in the menu itself, which to me just told me how impressive this game is going to be, that just the menu itself looked amazing. So when you first jump in, you get a little bit of a tutorial, kind of fly around, get used to the suit and how the mechanics work. And this actually impressed me, that normally when you get a hold of the basics in a training mode of a game, it's all straightforward. This button works with this, but the way they designed it is with the move controllers for the PSVR, and it's impressive. So as you probably have seen in the movies with Iron Man, he uses his hands to kind of shoot the jets so that you can fly. And the game actually does respond to that, so the move controllers will vibrate depending on how intense you're setting the jets to. So if you're using one hand, you will fly a little bit slower. If you're using both, you go faster. And if you do the slightest move of your hand, the flick of the wrist, it will alter the direction that you're going, which I found very impressive because it allowed you to be more immersed in the game itself. And especially that moment where the HUD of the Iron Man mask activates and you get to see everything from his perspective. Just fantastic. So that's just a couple of the basics that you get to utilize. And then you also have the option of customizing the suit, whether it's changing the color scheme or choosing your weapons that you want to utilize. And that is just endless fun right there. That this also implements the move controllers, that if you're just using like a regular photon blast, that's your default, but if you just flick your wrist, you switch the weapons that you arm from your wrist. And you can even do one weapon per arm. So if you're using a photon blast with one hand and smart missiles on the other, you can multitask and fight. And if you think that sounds fun and complicated, that's true. But also the game does have more complexity to it as well, that when you're flying around, you have to think and respond to the villains that you're fighting, figure out why they're doing what they're doing, how they're going to attack you next, all while trying to fly and fight. So it's not just how much power and weapons you can throw at your enemy, it's how you can strategically move and evaluate the situation. The game has an interesting story to it that also enriches the game, that you get to take a look at the Aero Fortress for shield, that you just kind of get to fly all around, that this game truly does throw you into the Iron Man environment. That I've played many VR games with the PSVR, and a lot of them have had some glitches, which, hey, it's a new technology, I get that, and tend to make you motion sick, which this one, I think they've improved so much of that, that the mechanics are smooth, the game is just amazing, that honestly, other than the VR headset needing to upgrade its graphics, which isn't anything to do with the Iron Man game itself, I'm going to give this one a 9.5 out of 10, that it's fantastic. I highly recommend getting it. If you love Iron Man, Marvel, that you're just going to enjoy it, that go ahead and get your copy of Iron Man today, get ready to fly around, and possibly set an alarm on your phone so that you don't spend too much time in the VR headset and forget about the real world, although it is pretty fun and tempting. So enjoy Iron Man. I am Stephen Reyes with Gaming Cypher.